Good evening, everyone. My name's Ethan Fogg. I'm the president of the FLCC CCFL Alumni Association and a member of the class of 2000. It's my pleasure to welcome you tonight to the 2025 Alumni and Foundation Awards celebration. Tonight, we gather to recognize the achievements of our alumni and honor those whose commitment to the college has been vital to its ongoing growth and success. To kick off our evening, it's my pleasure to now introduce the president of our college, Dr. Robert Nye. Sir?
Thank you, Ethan. And good evening and welcome to everybody who's here tonight. This event is a wonderful reminder of the rich history of our college and a celebration of the people who make Finger Lakes Community College such a very special place. And this includes our faculty, our staff, our students, our trustees, foundation board members, businesses, community friends. They're the ones that make this place special. And for our alumni who often tell us that no matter how long they've been away from the campus and away from FLCC, when they step back on campus, they feel like they have come home. So to each of our alumni honorees that are here tonight, welcome home. We're going to start the program here with FLCC Athletic Hall of Fame inductees, and then followed by our academic program award recipients. And as they share their stories with you tonight, you're going to hear how their time had a significant and lasting impact on their lives. But before we get started, I want to take a moment to acknowledge some of the special friends we have here at FLCC who are here with us this evening. And they include members of our Board of Trustees, members of the FLCC Foundation Board, current, former, and emeriti members of the FLCC faculty and staff, past recipients of the FLCC Alumni Foundation Awards. These are the folks that truly love this college and want the very best for our students. I want to thank all of you for being here with us tonight. Tonight's first award recipients were selected by the athletic and academic departments of the college, as you know, and for each award, we look for a graduate whose personal and professional accomplishments are so special that they deserve outstanding merit and recognition for what they've done and what their accomplishments are. Included also in your printed program is a biography of each of the honorees, which will give you a chance to learn more about our awardees, their lives, and their achievements. And now, it's my honor to introduce our first speaker of the night, Jaden Donahue, our head cross-country coach, to come to the podium for the recognition of our first Athletic Hall of Fame inductee. Jaden, take it away.
Thanks, everyone. Good evening. It is my great honor to introduce Hunter Brignall as he is inducted into the FLCC Athletics Hall of Fame. Hunter ran for our cross-country program in 2019 and 2020 after a standout career at Minders Academy, where he was a three-time All-League honoree, the 2018 Section 5 Class C champion, and a state qualifier. I knew Hunter was special from his very first collegiate race. At the 2019 Bruce Bridgman Invitational, which was also my first meet as a coach, he won by nearly a full minute and led our team to victory. That season, he went on to win both the MSAC and Region 3 championship, earn All-American honorable mention with an 11th place finish at Nationals, and was named MSAC Runner of the Year and All Region 3. The 2020 season, as most of you know, was unlike any other. While many colleges canceled competition, Region 3 got creative and was able to keep the season alive. Hunter seized this opportunity, winning every meet but one, again capturing MSAC Runner of the Year and being named NJCAA Region 3 Runner of the Year. He swept the conference and Region 3 titles, led his team to Region 3 championship, and was twice recognized as the U.S. Track and Field Coaches Association Athlete of the Week. He received the highest honor, the 2020 NJCAA Division III Northeast Region Men's Cross Country Athlete of the Year. So Hunter graduated from FLCC with an AS in Health and Physical Education and transferred to SUNY Cortland, where he continued to excel. He earned all SUNYAC honors each year from 2021 to 2023. In 2022, he was named SUNYAC Scholar Athlete of the Year. As a senior, he placed fourth at the SUNYAC Championship and was chosen as SUNYAC Runner of the Year, and also became the top SUNYAC finisher at the NCAA Division III Championships, which is really amazing. These are all achievements that also secured his place in the SUNYAC Cross Country Hall of Fame. Hunter's excellence extended to the classroom. He was a Phi Theta Kappa member at FLCC and joined Tau Sigma and Chi Sigma at Cortland. He also served here on the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, embodying leadership on and off the course. Today, Hunter is pursuing his master's degree in health education at SUNY Brockport, teaching health and physical education in the Geneva School District, and coaching modified cross country. He continues to compete, including next weekend, if you care to go out and watch, at the Wineglass Half Marathon, where, true to form, he intends to win. When I asked him about his long-term goals, his response was thoughtful and true to who he is. Inspired by his positive experience at Minders, he hopes to return to Seneca Falls to teach and coach, becoming the kind of role model who helps young people overcome challenges and find confidence in themselves. Hunter has been unlike any athlete I've ever coached, driven, resilient, and focused. He knew exactly what he wanted to be at FLCC, to set himself up for success, both athletically and academically. We were fortunate to have him as a Laker, and any institution he calls home will be equally as fortunate. Hunter, thanks for making me a better coach. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
All right. So again, my name is Hunter Brignall, and something I really just wanted to say is there were a lot of achievements that were recognized, but I think the main part is it wasn't always that way. Growing up in high school, I wasn't the best student academically. I struggled a lot, and I kind of was the middle of the road. I got denied from virtually every school I applied to, leading me to FLCC. It was a blessing in disguise as it led me to the path where I am now, and I was grateful for my coaches, both at high school and community college, as they eventually brought me to where I am now, and I couldn't be more thankful. It was a great honor to be coached under Don Densmore, who was my high school coach, Jaden Donahue, who was awesome at Finger Lakes Community College, and Steve Patrick, who was at SUNY Cortland. Collectively, I think this made me and helped shape me to the person that I am today. And again, I couldn't be more grateful to be inducted into the FLCC Hall of Fame. Thank you.
So I'd like to invite Mickey Record, former FLCC women's basketball coach, to come up to the podium for our next inductee.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mickey Record, and I was the women's basketball coach at FLCC from 1986 to 1994. I remember when I applied for the job, my friend Denny Hicks, who was working in the college at that time, and I said, "What do you think?" He goes, "Well, I don't think you could hurt the team." They said they haven't won a game in 5 years. But I'd like to begin tonight by mentioning the passing of, passing of legendary coach Pup Moore. His contribution to the college and athletics is unmatched, and the courage he displayed dealing with his health issues, is a testament to his grit and fortitude. We shared an office for many years. Much to his chagrin, we were like Felix and Oscar. He was all organized. I had papers and things all over the place. So but he was very supportive of the women's basketball program. Coach Moore, rest in peace. I first met Dee Dee when she was in high school at Prattsburg. She would come to our summer league, and unlike most players who would play one game and then go home, Dee Dee would stay and play more games if teams were short players, and she would stay there all night. She was a gym rat, and she loved basketball. She might have been short in stature, but she made up for it by being physically and mentally tough. She was heavily recruited by other schools, and I was ecstatic when she chose the Lady Lakers. She was very successful in high school, winning sectional titles and playing in the annual Ronald McDonald Senior All-Star Game, and selected to the All-Greater Rochester team as a senior. Her coach, Jim Burke, who was on his way here, I think he's stuck in traffic, and his wife Lucy and their daughter Jamie, who was a teammate of Dee Dee's in high school. I wanted to recognize them tonight, but I don't think they've come in yet. So, Coach Burke was one of the most successful coaches in New York State, and at Prattsburg, he coached both the boys and the girls basketball teams through sectional and state finals. The fundamentals he taught his players were solid and evident as many of his players played at the next level. Dee Dee was a natural point guard and led FLCC to winning seasons in both of her 2 years here. Her freshman year, 1989 to 1990, the team was 23-7, and it won a trip to the regional finals, which is the first and only time a women's basketball team has done that here at FLCC. Dee Dee was named Most Valuable Player of the tournament and nominated as Region 3 Player of the Year by the New York State Basketball Coaches Association. She made the All-Region team first team honors both of her years at FLCC. Dee Dee was fundamentally sound. She was right-handed, but she could go to her left just like a left-hander. She was a great shooter who was very unselfish and could have scored more, but she was always willing to share the ball, which was evident by her assist total. She was a great leader who led by example and well-liked by her teammates. Not so much by her opponents, as she was very physical and not afraid to mix it up. She played tough defense. She played through some tough injuries, never complained, and always worked hard. We thought she tore her ACL before a game against Casanova. She went to the doctors. We had a game that night, and I was trying to make plans to play without her, and all of a sudden, she comes walking in the door with a knee brace and played, and we won the game. She never complained and always worked hard. We had some great players during my time coaching here at FLCC, and Dee Dee is certainly our finest point guard. Basketball coaches say you never know how valuable a point guard is until you don't have one. And I was very fortunate to have Dee Dee running the point for 2 years. She made me look like a smart coach. Dee Dee also played softball here at FLCC, was a shortstop and leading hitter on those teams. Thank you, Dee Dee, for being a great player and teammate here at FLCC. It is an honor to introduce Dee Dee Craig Slingerland as a 2025 FLC Hall of Fame inductee.
I just want to say thank you to all my friends, family, my coaches. My parents have passed away, but they went to every single one of my games. My dad would drive 2 to 3 hours every day just to watch me play. So I wish they could be here today, but I have my brother that's here, so I would like to say thank him for coming. I flew in from Florida, just got in here yesterday. I took a 5-day vacation to come up here to receive this award, but I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I learned a lot in my life. Coming to CCFL was one of the best decisions I made, even though I was highly recruited by other people. I came here because it was close to home, and I was very close to my family growing up. I didn't want to go too far away from home, and I grew here. I learned from everybody. I was able to play multiple sports here. I also would like to thank my high school coach. He pushed me every single day. The best thing he did was that he never gave up on me. There was times that he feel like he could have. He even sat me, so I would learn to be a better player and lose my attitude on the court, but it was just because I was very competitive and I didn't want to lose. So with that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here. I do appreciate this honor. It is I'm very surprised to get this honor. It's been a long time since I've been back, but I would always come back to this college. If I had a choice again, I'd do the same thing over. So thank you very much.
It's pretty long, Coach. My name's Sean Marin. I am the Assistant Director of Athletics, and I'm going to introduce one of our new Hall of Famers, but to do so and to do him justice, kind of going to tell you a story. I've been doing this quite a while, just finished year 13, 14 as the head coach here, you recruit a lot of kids and you hear a lot of stories and you're able to tell a lot of stories when you're recruiting. And the story of recruiting Mike Magnani was interesting to say the least. So Mike in high school was probably about 5'7", 145 pounds. Not necessarily the largest kid in stature, but man, could he play. And he had this teammate that was also very talented, and I kind of liked Mike better as a ball player, and both ended up having great careers. But I'll never forget, through Mike's recruiting process, everyone told him, you're too small, you're going to go and you're going to end up playing second base, you're going to play left field, you're going to play center field, right field. They're never going to let you play shortstop. So about 11 years ago, this 5'7", 145-pound shortstop from Greece, Athena called and told me, Coach, I'm going to come play shortstop for you, and I'm going to lead off for the next 2 years. And it was that confidence that kind of carried him into his career. And I have this whole speech written, and Michelle, forgive me, I'm going to kind of go off script here. I remember our first couple of games, we're down outside New York City, and, I guess I lied to Mike. We didn't hit him lead off the first weekend. I think he hit ninth, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at the box scores from the first 4 games, and I think Mike was like 12 hits out of like 15 at-bats, something like that. And I was like, we may be onto something here. And Mike truly made me look good for a very long time as the coach. When I describe Mike Magnani as a baseball player, the closest comparison I can come up with is the stats that he produced were what you would dream of producing if you were to create a video game character. It was crazy. At one point, about 3/4 of the way through the season, Mike was hitting over 500, which is unheard of. And I laughed because I was cleaning my office the other day, and I was thinking of the number of awards at one point that were coming in for Mike Magnani. I was running out of room, and goodness, it was Conference Player of the Year, back-to-back Conference Player of the Year, first team All-Region 2 years in a row, ABCA All-American. He won this Marucci Silver Slugger Award. I didn't even know it was a thing. We had never had a player that ever had come close to winning this, and all of a sudden this like silver bat shows up, and Mike Magnani, he was the Silver Slugger for NJCAA Division III, and then to top that off, because baseball is about more than just offense, he also added a Rawlings Gold Glove to his trophy case at home. Mike made my life very easy as a coach. Our sports information director
Mike did not make his life very easy because Mike truly was rewriting the record book, and I could go on and on. Just some top records that Mike still holds to this day, a decade later. Most runs in a game, he scored 5. Hits in a season, 86, which is, that's a lot. Hits in a career, 142. He scored 118 runs. And then his career batting average was 451. It's funny because I was talking to someone, and they were like, well, describe him, one of our current players. They're like, well, how would you describe him as a baseball player? And I was like, if you were to ask Mike, he would probably tell you he slumped his sophomore year, and he still hit like 440. So what most kids dream of being able to do on a baseball field was a quote-unquote bad year for Mike. Mike made me look really good for a long time, and he was certainly tough to replace when he moved on and accepted an athletic scholarship to St. Bonaventure University. Of course, every Division I school told me he's too small, he's this, he's that. And so what did Mike do? He goes down there and he's an All-Atlantic 10 performer, again, playing middle infield for them after teams told him he was too small. I remember having a conversation with the longtime legendary St. Bonaventure coach Larry Sudbrook, and he told me, Mike's just different. When he hits it, he just somehow, it always finds a patch of grass. Mike's work ethic on the field translated to his success in the classroom. Obviously, he was able to qualify for a scholarship to St. Bonaventure. He's currently a rising star over at Paychex. And without further ado, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome into the Finger Lakes Community College Athletics Hall of Fame, Mike Magnani.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to achieve this award. Never thought I'd be standing here. I want to thank Coach Marin, the coaching staff, my teammates. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. My experience here at FLCC was amazing and special. There were so many positive moments that I'll never forget. I met so many good people that I'm still close with today. And, the team camaraderie was really special. Every guy wanted each other to succeed, and we weren't just teammates, but we were brothers. All the time that we spent on the bus rides, working on the field to get it ready, so that we could play, and all those great memories made us so close, and really was the main reason why we all played so good together. I'll never forget our 40-win season. It was hands down, easily one of the best teams I've ever been a part of. I'll always remember it. To this day, coming here to FLCC was the best decision I think I've ever made, and everybody just supported each other and was so positive. And I'm so grateful to have chosen to come here, and all these memories, will last me a lifetime. Not only was FLCC a great experience, but it taught me so much for my personal and professional journey. And, I'm so grateful. So thank you so much, and I'm so honored.
It's my pleasure to invite Samantha Boccasino, Director of Athletics, to present the final athletic award for the evening.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It is my great honor to introduce and congratulate Ryan Stachok, class of 1996, on his induction into the Finger Lakes Community College Athletic Hall of Fame. It's a big deal. Yeah. Ryan's journey with FLCC has been one of leadership, vision, and an unwavering commitment to student success. After earning his associate in applied science degree here at FLCC and later completing his Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees in Forest Sciences at Colorado State University, Ryan returned to give back to the community that helped shape him. In 2008, he joined the FLCC Woodsman team as an assistant coach, and by 2013, he had stepped into the role of head coach. Under Ryan's guidance, the program thrived, competing as the only two-year college team against four-year institutions and still capturing multiple Northeast championship titles. This is a tally, 2 men's championships, 1 women's championship, and 2 Jack and Jill championships, along with countless regular season victories. But beyond the wins, Ryan built something even more lasting, a culture rooted in safety, respect, teamwork, and growth. He often reminded his team, this is my favorite, safety first, culture second, a mantra that not only prepared them for competition, but for life beyond the woods. Safety was always his first priority, and he instilled standards that promoted accountability, teamwork, and respect, turning a group of student athletes into a true family. And true to his humble nature, Ryan has always said, "It's not about me, it's about the team." His greatest joy has been watching the student athletes grow in confidence and resilience through their experiences on the team. Those of us who know him also know his dry humor and well-timed laughter have kept even the most intense competitions and practices lighthearted. And if you've ever been around Ryan, when he cracked a one-liner during those tense moments, you know exactly what I mean. On a personal note, Ryan and I have been through a lot together. From the socially distanced logging sports match during the pandemic to many more competitions held in the cold and in the rain, it seems like there's never, ever any good weather for logging sports. And yet, no matter the conditions, Ryan always found a way to bring positivity, perspective, and often a good laugh. I truly value all the years we've worked together and the friendships we'll continue to share moving forward. Since the first alumni were inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1991, this honor has recognized not only athletic excellence, but also the ability to serve as role models for today's student athletes. For his vision, his leadership and championships, and perhaps most importantly, his laughter, mentorship, and heart, FLCC is proud to welcome Ryan Sachak into the Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Ryan.
Oh gosh, thanks. It's hard to not cry. I came here in 1993, and I was before that. It was I was in high school, and there was a college fair, and we went down. I wasn't really a college-bound student. I was working for my dad, and in the library were all the colleges. And over here was this college, and they had a poster of somebody climbing a tree. And I went right over there. And I said, "What is this?" And they're like, "Well, we have a woodsman's team." I said, "What is that?" I grew up playing ice hockey. And they said, "Well, you got to check it out." And so I kept asking questions, and I said, I'm going to college there if I'm going to go to college. And we went back to our room, social studies, and my friend in front of me, his name is Chris Vogel, and he turns to me, he says, "Ryan, did you find a college?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Which one?" I said, "Oh, that place where they showed the guy climbing the tree." And he says, "You want to go to college to climb a tree?" And it's been an ongoing joke for like 35 years. But it's been a great move. I used to live at Heritage Hall. It was a lot of fun there in 1993. Made a lot of great friends. Forever, this place really is special. Came back to work here from Colorado. Made a lot of great relationships there. But behind every single person that's probably up here and everyone that has been awarded this in the past, there's always a team of people. So the team, I certainly have to thank my wife, Emily, and my children, Caleb, my child Caleb is here, but Colin, my oldest, is playing varsity football right now for Canandaigua Grey Wolves, and tonight is homecoming, so that's where I'm wearing the red for. So that's number one team, but then there's always a team behind that. So it goes back to like Marty Dodge and Steve Varney and Jamie Varney, and then it includes Kelsey and Kelby and Brandon, who are my assistant coaches. But then there's also Bob Loudon and Putmore, and then Sam and Sean's wife that used to work here, right? And all the people that used to work in the athletic department. And Mr. Weaver, of course, can't forget him, and all the staff. It's been really great. But the best part is really the students. It was a joy. Students that don't have a place, when they find a place that is comfortable to build their confidence, it is awesome to see that. And I know Brandon will do that. And I wish them all the good skills in the future. But more than anything, thank you. Leadership is hard, a gentleman told me one time. And I agree. But I'm so thankful for this honor. And congratulations to everybody else up here. Thanks.
It is my pleasure to now introduce Associate Professor and Coordinator for the Fine Arts Graphic Design Program, Sarah Morgan, to present our next award.
Oh, that one's a tough one to follow. It is an honor to present the Outstanding Art Alumni Achievement Award to Jason Flack, an accomplished artist, educator, and advocate for the arts. Jason began his journey here at Finger Lakes Community College, earning his associate's degree in graphic art and advertising design in 1992. He continued on to earn his Bachelor of Fine Arts in Photography from SUNY Brockport and his Master of Fine Arts in Photography from the University of Buffalo. For nearly 2 decades, Jason has been a dedicated professor at Monroe Community College, where he teaches photography, video production, digital imaging, and art history. His leadership extends beyond the classroom. He currently serves as chairperson of the Visual and Performing Arts Department and as the director of the Mercer Gallery, shaping the creative landscape for students in the broader community. He has also taught at FLCC and St. John Fisher, sharing his passion and expertise with countless students across our region. Jason's own artistic work has been widely exhibited, from Rochester's Contemporary Members Show to traveling exhibitions across the country, as well as regional galleries like Main Street Arts in Clifton Springs, Rochester Contemporary, and the Williams Insulaco Gallery here at FLCC. His creative reach also extends to film, with his work screened at the Ozark Foothills Film Festival. In recognition of his dedication to teaching and mentoring, Jason has received some of the most prestigious honors in higher education, including the NISOD Excellence in Teaching Award, the League for Innovation Excellence in Teaching Award, and the SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Teaching. He also serves nationally as a board member for the Society of Photographic Education, helping advance the field on a larger scale. Jason has never forgotten his roots at FLCC, returning to exhibit his work and inspire the next generation of artists. For his achievements as an educator, his leadership in the arts, and his enduring commitment to both students and community, we are proud to honor Jason Flack with the Outstanding Art Alumni Achievement Award.
Wow. Thank you. This really is a huge honor. I think it's mostly an honor for me because I was a less than stellar high school student. I'm quite sure I only passed because of the grace of a senior English professor and the theft of a chemistry regents exam. It wasn't me, by the way. I did not take that. I definitely have to thank my mom and dad for sure. In particular, my dad, because he got me a job at his the print shop he worked at I think I started it 4 days after my high school graduation, and it was probably about 2 weeks in that I realized that this job was not for me. The wisdom of my dad is shown in this because he purposely got me the worst job because he didn't want me working there. He wanted me to go on and go to school. So I'm glad that the plan B of that was to come here. And being here really opened my eyes to what education is. I had great faculty here, including Wayne Williams, Tom Insulaco, John Fox, and an adjunct professor by the name of Clayton Adams. I had the freedom to make work. I had the freedom to, honestly, freedom to skip classes if I wanted to stay in the darkroom and keep working. My grades here weren't like stellar, but I learned what education is about, and I learned the importance of education. And me coming here and succeeding definitely helped me go on to succeed other places. My grades definitely got better. And of course, as you heard, I now am doing the exact same thing those wonderful professors did for me here. So this is a huge honor to have this award. So thank you very much.
Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Environmental Conservation and Horticulture Professor Rob Wink to present our next award.
It's a privilege to present the Outstanding Conservation Alumni Achievement Award to Travis Money, an accomplished professional, community advocate, and proud FLCC graduate. Travis began his academic journey here at FLCC before earning both his bachelor's and master's degrees at RIT. Today, he serves as president of Ecological Services at Deluxe LLC, a consulting firm he helped build from the ground up in 2014. With more than 2 decades of experience in the field, Travis has established himself as a trusted leader in environmental services. His expertise spans wetland delineations, permitting and ecological surveys, as well as guiding renewable energy companies through the regulatory processes. Work that has a direct impact on conservation and sustainable development in our region. Beyond his professional achievements, Travis has shown an impressive dedication to personal excellence. He has completed dozens of ultramarathons and frequently takes on the Adirondack high peaks, often trail running them. His endurance and discipline, whether on the trail or in his career, reflect the drive and determination that have defined his life. Travis also continues to give back to FLCC. He regularly participates in our career fair, opening doors for students to explore opportunities in environmental science. His company has already hired 4 of our graduates, a testament to both his belief in the value of this college and his commitment to supporting the next generation of conservation leaders. For his leadership in ecological services, his personal example of resilience and determination, and his ongoing contributions to the success of FLCC students, we are proud to recognize Travis Money with the Outstanding Conservation Alumni Achievement Award.
Thank you, and thank you to everyone who made tonight possible. I've been extremely fortunate to have been surrounded by amazing people throughout the course of my life. From early on, I grew up exploring and spending most of my free time in my parents' 150 acres south of Cheshire. My dad taught me my first trees and how to hunt, and my mom tended to her huge gardens and assortment of farm animals. My siblings and I would roam in the woods for hours. My deep-seated love for the outdoors and natural world manifested from my upbringing. I still recall walking in these doors over 27 years ago now it's been. Like most recent high school graduates, I didn't know what I wanted to do or where my career path would take me. I quickly settled in with my studies and enjoyed making new friendships and meeting the professors here at FLCC. In the summer of '99, I was one of 20 or so lucky students that partook in the first unique ecological communities trip that took us through the Northeast, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and even to Newfoundland via a huge ferry. I remember being thousands of miles, or 1,000 miles away from home, and Bruce Spruce Gilman, which was his nickname on that trip, was identifying every plant, and John Van Neal, another instructor from FLCC, was identifying every bird that we heard, and I was just blown away at how much they knew, and it had a profound impact on me that day. I realized I wanted to learn more and share that knowledge with the next generation. I graduated from FLCC and moved on to RIT in their environmental science program in 2000. Being the first student through the BSMS program, there was a lot of kinks to work through and life lessons to be had for sure. It was a very challenging 4 years of my life, mostly probably because I was president of my fraternity and there was a lot of chaos involving with that, but good time nonetheless. In the 20 plus years since then, I've been blessed to work on a variety of energy projects, telecommunication, land development, water projects throughout the Northeast and the Southwest. And I've seen too many beautiful areas and unique animals to recall. I've also had the unfortunate pleasure of walking nearly every National Grid right-of-way in the state and dealt with bear charges, poison ivy, tick bites, and 16-hour long days in the hot, humid weather and the frigid cold. But I wouldn't change it for the world, though, because that shaped me into who I am today and allowed me to become a better manager for my staff and a role model for my kids. Through all these projects, the greatest reward has always been able to, share that acquired knowledge and experience with my staff, students, and my own kids. It's always been a pleasure, as Rob mentioned, coming back here to FLCC and other career days at other schools, talk with the students, come into the classroom, talk with the students there, and enlighten them of the unknown private sector, as we like to call it. But I want to thank Alicia and Colin Deal, the co-founders of Deluxe. The 15 years leading up to joining Deluxe, I was just a number working at large engineering firms, and it was truly the best decision of my career to join you guys. It's been a ride. I'm so incredibly proud of what we've done, the team that we have, and the projects that we've seen come to fruition. I want to thank FLCC, my mom and dad, my family, girlfriend Laura, and my kids especially, who deal with me constantly, pointing out animals and trees on our hikes and projects that I've worked on as we drive by on road trips. Thank you very much.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Jacqueline Termini, Chair of Humanities Department, to present our next award.
It is a great privilege to present this year's Distinguished Humanities Alumni Award to Matt Smythe, an accomplished writer, educator, and community leader. Matt's journey began here at FLCC, where he graduated in 1997 before continuing on to earn his degree in creative writing from SUNY Brockport, and later a master's degree in literature from George Mason University. At GMU, he was honored with the prestigious Lannan Folger Fellowship, a recognition of his outstanding talent and promise as a writer. Professionally, Matt has built a remarkable career as a copywriter and creative director, leading award-winning campaigns for industries ranging from automotive and financial services to higher education and nonprofit organizations. His gift for storytelling has also shone brightly in the literary world. His poetry and essays have been published widely, and his collection, Revision of a Man, received critical acclaim. He was also a runner-up for the William Faulkner Society Novella Award, a rare honor that speaks to the strength of his craft. Matt's creativity extends beyond the page. He has written and produced 2 short films, A Deliberate Life and Give Me Trails, which were showcased at national and international film festivals. He has also served as editor and mentor to other writers, helping shape new voices and fresh perspectives in the literary community. At the same time, Matt has remained deeply committed to service and education. He has taught writing and literature courses here at FLCC, sharing his experience and passion with the next generation of students. He has supported major literary events such as the Fall Book Festival, and through his work as Director of Communications for the American Fly Fishing Trade Association and Senior Staff Writer for Free Range American. He has written hundreds of articles and interviews that connect audiences to culture, conservation, and creativity. Closer to home, Matt has served his community as a councilman at large in Canandaigua and continues to be an active member of the FLCC alumni community. In all these roles, he has combined artistry, leadership, and a deep sense of responsibility to his community. For his achievements in literature, film, teaching, and public service, and for his unwavering dedication to both his craft and his community, we are proud to recognize Matt Smythe with the Distinguished Humanities Alumni Award.
So as is pretty typical, I show up one person before I'm supposed to get up here. My apologies. Normally I'm on time. I just started a new job and they let me out late. So my dad always said that I'd lived my life 30 degrees left or right of center. And that's something that he told me early on, and it's something that I've actually adopted as I guess sort of my personal mantra. I'm always looking for the best way to contribute, the best way to be involved, the best way to give back. And it's carried me through a lot of different industries. Marketing and communications being the longest tenured, over 20 years as a copywriter and a creative director, and all of the underling positions that go along with that. But I've also been able to work and put my talent in writing to work as a the communications director for the Fly Fishing Trade Association out of Bozeman, Montana, and was able to be a part of everything from policy recommendations to advocacy efforts on behalf of public lands and our wild places. Coming from an outdoor home, that is never far from my heart, and starting here at FLCC in the conservation program, it is sort of ingrained in me as well. It's hard to believe that it's been, 28 years since 1997? I'm not a math student, I'm a writer. They didn't hire me for my math. Coming here after I finished my time in the service was by far the best decision I had ever made. I was sort of a prototypical student for FLCC. Came from a bit of a non-traditional background. I wasn't straight out of high school. I had 5 years of military experience under my belt, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I did come to find out that I truly enjoyed school once I started here, which was really an amazing thing, considering that I was a terrible student in high school. I had zero attention span, I had no discipline, and really no interest in learning other than being in art class and a little bit in English too. I didn't even really like English all that much. But coming here, I started out in natural resources conservation and immediately was enthralled with the coursework. I got into the sciences beyond that and was, again, enthralled by that work. And I just kept rolling from there. I actually passed pre-calc and calculus which is unheard of in my family, let alone just with me. And I have my professors to thank for that. Education could be boring. Education could be rote. You're just working people through, and that's not what this school is about. That's not what the faculty here are about. It's very personal, and they take the time to make sure that they are paying attention to every single student that comes through here, and I'm thankful and grateful that I was one of them. My path has truly wandered 30 degrees left or right of center since I left here, but my heart will always be here. So I thank Jackie, and I thank the humanities faculty, and also Dr. Nye and the rest of the leadership here at the school for carrying on such a fantastic tradition. And I'm very honored to receive this award. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce Shayna Turner-Johnson, Chair of the Nursing Department, to present our next award.
Good evening, everyone. It's my great honor today to present the Outstanding Nursing Alumni Achievement Award. This award recognizes individuals who embody the spirit of excellence, dedication, and leadership in nursing, values that are at the heart of our program here at the college and our profession. I'm honored to give that award to our own faculty member who works at the college currently, Jennifer Dunn. Her own journey as a nurse began right here at FLCC, where she earned her Associate in Applied Science in 2013. She went on to complete her BSN, or her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, in 2017, very quickly followed by her Master's of Science in Nursing Education in 2018, both from Roberts Wesleyan College. Clearly, she had a passion for education right out of the gate in nursing. She holds several certifications in nursing, including medical surgical nursing, pain management, and gerontological nursing. Her academic achievements, combined with her commitment to lifelong learning, set a powerful example for every student who crosses her path. She's really lucky now that she has an office right next door to me. She was just telling me a story this morning, actually, about a time when she was an adjunct and she had a student here, and how the student experienced a very, very large disruption to their potential educational path, and how she advocated in and out to the faculty of the department to allow the student to stay in the program, continue their pathway, and not have to step out related to this. It's just one example of how she advocates for every student that her path crosses. She has a vision that I've not seen in many. She's hardworking, she has an unwavering commitment, and she's strengthened and expanded our department and our college. For more than 5 years, she was an adjunct in our registered nursing program, sharing her expertise and passion for nursing education with our students in the clinical setting. In the summer of 2024, she stepped into a new role as the inaugural program coordinator for our brand new licensed practical nursing program, an undertaking that required leadership, creativity, and lots of perseverance. During the last year, I'm sure she has questioned her sanity more than once, maybe even looked at me and thought, I can't believe I listened to and applied for this position, as she worked tirelessly to bring our LPN curriculum to life. But her commitment and leadership ensured the success of our very first LPN cohort of 11 graduates who just finished this past August, who will carry forward the values of this profession. It's clear that her efforts have been essential to the success of the LPN program here at FLCC. She continues to bridge classroom learning with real-world experience through her bedside practice. She's still a registered nurse at Newark Wayne Community Hospital, so if you ever have the opportunity to need care there, I hope she's your nurse. This dual commitment allows her to bring both academic expertise and clinical insight into the classroom, serving as a role model for our students every single day. She teaches them not only how to be skilled professionals, but also how to work hard for what they want to achieve, and how to carry themselves with professionalism and compassion in everything they do. Her impact is already extraordinary, and I know her legacy here at FLCC will continue to grow for years to come. It's with immense pride and gratitude that I present the Outstanding Nursing Alumni Achievement Award to my colleague and friend, Jennifer Dunn.
Well, I didn't bring a paper, but I do have something written on my phone because after working all week and leaving to just turn around and come back for the award ceremony, my brain's a little bit fried. But one word to just say wow and thank you. I really never thought I would receive an award like this. When I came to FLCC, it was just a, okay, why not opportunity. I had already had my bachelor's degree and was unsuccessful at finding something that I really enjoyed doing. And so a very close friend of mine recommended, just go be a nurse. You'll be great at that. And I'm so glad that I took her advice. Coming here at FLCC gave me insight to what I wanted to be, right? Like that's why I came back here. The instructors that gave me the knowledge to become a nurse are why I'm here, and I use them and their methods maybe, or their passion, their compassion, all of those things to mold how I interact with students here at FLCC. Not even looking at my notes. When I was first presented with the opportunity of starting the LPN program, I did, I think, tell Shayna that. I think you're crazy. I don't know that I'm really who you want for this job. And it was a lot to take on, but I am so thankful that I did that because I've grown as a person, as a nurse, and for this FLCC community that started this whole journey for me. I truly do love being a nurse, and that was my fear when taking this position, is that I was no longer going to be that nurse to provide the care that I love to do so much for patients and people in need. But I'm still doing that here at FLCC because my students are the ones that want to carry on a legacy with me, maybe, to help people just like I like to do each and every day at my other job. I'd like to thank everyone here at FLCC for believing in this program that I'm creating, because it's still going. And for my family, both near and far, like they've been here to support me through the sleepless year. And of course, my nursing colleagues, the ones that taught me that I have now fortunate to work with, which is kind of a unique experience here at FLCC too. Nursing and teaching nursing has really given me kind of like a chance to come full circle, and without FLCC, I don't think that would have ever happened. So just thank you, it's an honor.
I'm actually going to change the program slightly, and I'm going to jump ahead to give a very special award out tonight because we don't have a lot of time with this next recipient. So when we talk about exceptional service, we often think about dedication, heart, and a willingness to go above and beyond, not for recognition, but because it's simply who you are. And tonight, we honor someone who embodies all of that and more, Jamie Rotter. Originally from Cazenovia, Jamie has spent his entire culinary career here in New York, shaping the next generation of chefs and hospitality leaders. A graduate of SUNY Delhi with degrees in restaurant and hospitality management, and later an MS in service management from RIT, Jamie brings both expertise and passion into every kitchen and classroom. His certifications as a certified executive chef, certified chef de cuisine, and a master certified food service executive speak to his professional excellence, but it's his service to students and colleagues that truly set him apart. As an associate professor and program coordinator of the culinary arts at FLCC, Jamie has mentored countless students, blending rigorous training with genuine care. He doesn't just teach recipes, he instills discipline, creativity, and a lifelong love for the craft. You'll often see Jamie long before everyone else has arrived for the day and long after others have left. He is consistently working on the weekends, shopping for supplies at local stores, and is in his office all summer long, prepping for the upcoming semester. His impact extends beyond our campus as well through his teachings at New York Kitchen and his leadership in the wider culinary community. In 2008, his dedication was recognized with a SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Faculty Service, an honor that affirmed what all of us already knew. Jamie's service is exceptional. Jamie treasures his role as a husband to Kelly and a father to Kaylee, herself an FLCC culinary alum. His story is not only one of a professional accomplishment, but also of family, community, and giving back. Tonight, as we present the Exceptional Service Award, we do so with deep gratitude. Jamie, your service has strengthened programs, shaped futures, and made FLCC a stronger, more welcoming place for all of us. You remind us that true leadership is not about titles, but about service, and that is exactly what makes your contribution so extraordinary. I should mention that Jamie is currently in the midst of coordinating and leading his team of new chefs as they practice their cooking and serving skills at 2 seatings of the Julia restaurant tonight. For those of you who don't know, Julia is the student-run restaurant that Finger Lakes Community College runs. Its history is defined by its role as a capstone course for culinary arts students, providing hands-on training and serving 5-course gourmet meals to the public on select Friday nights each semester. The name honors legendary chef Julia Childs, known for bringing French cuisine to the American public, but it also serves as a personal tribute from Jamie Rotter to his paternal grandmother, who taught him how to cook. There are several more opportunities to experience Julia this semester. Check out our website. Come on Friday nights. It's fabulous. So, Jamie, thank you for all that you do to make FLCC so great. Jamie Rotter.
Thank you all, and thank you for kind of allowing me to disrupt your evening and your order here. Nothing with anything in the culinary world ever happens alone, and so I think, first off, I do have to thank my colleagues, Patrick Ray, Paula Knight, and many others who are just as responsible as I am for putting this program certainly where it is today. I'd also like to thank our partners at New York Kitchen and at AVI. They certainly help us, and we work together, have just a terrific relationship that allows us to do the things that we're able to do, both for our college and for our students and our community. The old adage is certainly true, right? To whom, much is given, much is expected. And so we really do our best all the time, right, to really make sure that we pay that back as much as we possibly can. I learned from some of the best at SUNY Delhi, right? My instructors, Rob Turner, Lou Tremonti especially, when I was a student there, they had us going every weekend somewhere, right? Whether it was a trip, whether it was going to a soup kitchen and helping to feed folks, whether it was shoveling mud out of a flooded town, right, in Walton, New York, when the river rose. They really set such a powerful example for me in terms of what it means to not only be a true hospitality professional, but what it means to be a college professor and what it means to lead students and engage students in this way. The bonds that are formed through experiential learning are exceptional and are absolutely critical to making teams in the future. And nothing in a kitchen ever happens by yourself. It's always a team effort. I'd like to thank also my wife, Kelly, my daughter, Kaylee. They've spent, a few evenings and weekends along the way by themselves right? Understanding my commitment to this program and my commitment to this college. This award means so much to me, and I really do not, I'm never ever comfortable with this kind of attention, right, truth be told. And when the foundation folks came up and told me about it, quite frankly, I was blown away. And really tried to think about what I wanted to say. And really what I wanted to say is thank you so much, right? I taught for a while at SUNY Delhi, and while it was so great to teach at my alma mater, I found certainly another home here at Finger Lakes Community College, and thanks to everybody there. I'd also like to thank also the kind and wonderful folks down there in the foundation office who contribute so much to our campus and help me in any way. I come down and I say, here's what I need, right? And there's never a question. Here you go, Jamie. Have a good time. Let us know how it went. So thank you all so much, and I do so appreciate it. And on behalf of our students and other faculty, thank you as well. Thank you.
So now it is my honor to introduce Computing Science Assistant Director Carrie Brewer to present our next award.
Hi, everybody. No worries, Jamie. We're faculty. We monitor and adjust. That's what teachers do. It is my honor to present this year's Outstanding Computing Sciences Alumni Achievement Award to Derek Short, a dedicated entrepreneur, community leader, and proud FLCC graduate. Derek's journey in technology began right here at FLCC, where he discovered his passion for web development through an elective course, Introduction to Web Design. That spark ignited a path that has shaped his career and inspired his determination to succeed. After graduating in 2015, Derek faced challenges in finding a position that matched both his talents and his physical limitations. Instead of being deterred, he turned to entrepreneurship, teaching himself new skills, building a client base, and transforming his passion into a thriving business. By 2018, he was freelancing professionally, and in 2021, he officially formed his own LLC. Since then, his company has steadily grown, earning local recognition and the trust of a wide range of clients. The company is called Derek's Websites and More, but will soon be called Wheels in Motion Marketing. Derek's commitment goes beyond business. He has been an active member of the Western Wayne Chamber of Commerce, serving as its treasurer since 2021, and he continues to give his time and expertise to strengthen the community around him. He is now preparing to rebrand his business with a new name, logo, and website, an exciting next step in his entrepreneurial journey. What makes Derek especially deserving of this award is not only his professional success, but also his perseverance and service. He embodies the resilience, innovation, and community spirit that we hope to see in every FLCC graduate. For his entrepreneurial achievements, his dedication to his community, and his continued commitment to excellence in computing sciences, we are proud to recognize Derek Short with the Outstanding Computing Sciences Alumni Achievement Award.
Sure, yeah. Let me go up there. Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you for this award. First, I'd like to thank God and my Lord and Savior Jesus and the college for allowing me to be a student back in 2011. Actually, is when I started in Newark at the Wayne County Campus Center. I'd like to thank my family for helping me do better in college. I previously went to RIT and dropped out after 1 year. FLCC I found to be my home. I had 2 good years in living on campus, right over here to College Suites. Made some good friends. Probably to the best years of my life. So thank you. And I'd like to thank my professors for really helping me learn better. And thank you, Carrie, for helping me on stage. Thank you. That's it.
I will now invite up Professor Sam Samanta and Professor Salim Arachi to present our next award.
Hello, I'm Sam Samantha, Professor of Physics and Coordinator of Smart Systems Technologies. I came to know Ryan around 2011, 2012, when he took a couple of classes with me, wherein he implemented quite complex computational algorithms in Excel as well as LabVIEW software. And more recently, Ryan highlighted national imperative of growing advanced technology workforce in a panel discussion at Co-op Venture. This is an annual event, 14th last May. It is our honor to present this year's Young Alumni Award to Dr. Ryan Vogt, an extraordinary scientist, educator, and advocate for future of STEM education. After graduating from FLCC, Ryan went on to earn dual bachelor's degrees in mathematics and computer science at RIT, master's degree in applied mathematics, operations research, and ultimately PhD in applied mathematics from North Carolina State University. His career trajectory since then has been nothing short of remarkable. Ryan currently serves as an affiliate faculty professor of computer science at the Rochester Institute of Technology, where he was chosen as the inaugural faculty member devoted exclusively to quantum computing. In this role, he has pioneered advanced coursework in quantum algorithms, quantum mechanics, machine learning, and information science, helping to position Western New York as the leader in quantum computing innovations. At the same time, Ryan has made significant contributions to our nation's security through his work as an applied research mathematician at the National Security Agency. His projects focus on the next generation of quantum systems, including high-fidelity quantum gates and advanced simulations that explore problems far beyond the reach of classical computing. His career also includes prestigious fellowship and research appointments at Lawrence Livermore and Aragon National Laboratories.
Good evening. I'm Salim Arachi, professor of engineering science. I was Ryan's advisor while he was pursuing his studies at FLCC, and he was also a student in several of my engineering courses. I would like to add a few more words to Dr. Samanta's comments in presenting this award to Dr. Ryan Vogt. Beyond his professional achievements, Ryan has remained deeply committed to inspiring the next generation. He volunteers his time in school districts across our region, where he brings science to life for middle and high school students through his engaging demonstrations of superconductors and quantum levitation. He has been a frequent and welcomed guest back here at FLCC, presenting on topics ranging from artificial intelligence to superconductors, and mentoring our engineering and technology students. At just 32 years old, Ryan has already received multiple national awards for his contributions to quantum information sciences. But perhaps even more importantly, he has never forgotten where his journey began. using his expertise, energy, and passion to open doors for the students who will follow him. For his groundbreaking research, his dedication to education, and his service to community and country, it is our privilege to present the Young Alumni Award to Dr. Ryan Vaught. Ryan.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor. Can you hold it for me?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, folks. First off, I want to thank my parents and my family. Again, I've been able to do all these great things, but you know, it sort of starts with my mom and dad. Also, my grandmothers, who were very critical in terms of the kind of person I am today. I'd really like to sort of thank several professors across multiple departments that were very key to my intellectual development. So from the mathematics department, there was Ron Metzger, Tim Biller, and Charles Hoffman. So those professors had a profound impact on my interest in mathematics. You know, I started here in 2011. Before I started, I was not the biggest fan of mathematics. You know, through their patience, their mentorship, and helping me, you know, when I was done at FLCC, I sort of said, I want to be a mathematician, which, you know, a couple years before that point, that would have been not on my bingo card. So, you know, the math professors had a profound impact on me being a mathematician. From the computer science department, Sandy Brown, Jeff Howard, Jonathan Wiseman. You know, in the U.S. government, I use big computers to solve math and science problems, and those professors were the first ones that taught me how to program. And you know, many of the contributions I've been able to make, not only in classical computing, but also quantum computing research, has been due to some of the things that I started here in the computer science department. And then, in addition, I want to thank my great engineering professors. They get the most, I'll say the most things about them because they nominated me for the award. To really say where I'm at today, huge impact from both of them. So, you know, I took circuits with Salim. That fostered my interest in electrodynamics, which, you know, I'm kind of an expert in electrodynamics, so I started with him. And then, you know, Dr. Samantha, he got me interested in the interface between math and computing, which all of my contributions in the government are in that area, so appreciate him as well. Other STEM, you know, non-STEM professors, but still hugely influential to me. So my cross-country coach, Rob Wink, I didn't know you were going to be here, but you know, he created a very great and welcoming cross-country program. And, you know, some of the mental fortitude that I have is due to running around this place many years ago. I'd like to lastly kind of thank Edward Kennedy. So, you know, I took multiple psychology courses with him. One of the courses I took with him was, I think it was called developmental psychology. I don't know if it's still called that, but, you know, that course really made me think a lot about, you know, public service and how little it actually takes to kind of get people started in life and do kind of impressive things. So, you know, lastly, I want to thank kind of the great college university here because, you know, my ability to make technical contributions to our nation in mathematics and science is due to this university, end of story, period. So thank you so much for the award. And yeah. Oh, in the middle? You stay. You stay. Okay.
Congratulations again, Ryan.
Okay. Springing forward. They don't really teach you this in a speech class, you know, what it's going to be like to get up here, but there's a lot of things our students learn that we don't teach, and that's part of what makes them extraordinary. It's my privilege at this point to present the Distinguished Alumni Award in Community Service to Nancy Bowder, class of 1973, a lifelong educator, mentor, community leader, whose dedication has touched countless lives in Geneva and beyond, including mine. Nancy began her career as an English teacher, where she inspired generations of students to think critically, write with purpose, and pursue knowledge with curiosity. Her influence as an educator extended well beyond the classroom. Many former students still recall her as a mentor who encouraged them to grow not only academically, but also personally. At the same time, Nancy became a tireless advocate for the Geneva Public Library, where she has been a fixture for nearly 50 years. She began her service there in 1975 as a member of the Friends of the Library, and later helped form the foundation for the Geneva Public Library in 2011. She has served as president of the Board of Trustees for both the Geneva Free Library and the Geneva Public Library, as well as on the board of the Pioneer Library System, where she was elected president in 2011. Her leadership was instrumental in securing critical funding for the library, from supporting major building expansions to bringing in new technology, to leading the successful referendum that ensured a permanent, sustainable funding stream for the library's future. She also safeguarded beloved programs, such as Musical Moments, a concert series featuring local and regional musicians that continues to enrich the cultural community of Geneva. Even today, Nancy continues to give her time and talents. She serves on the library's finance committee, has participated in multiple director search committees, and still sorts books and staffs shifts at the library's annual book sale. She adds her own personal handwritten notes to donor correspondence, a gesture that reflects her warmth and her genuine care for others. Beyond the library, Nancy has shared her time with many other organizations, including Rose Hill Mansion, the Geneva Historical Society, the National Council for Teachers of English, and civic and cultural organizations across the region. Through it all, she's been a steadfast advocate for education, a mentor to colleagues and board members, and an activist unafraid to raise her voice for causes she believes in. For her decades of leadership, her unwavering service to education and the arts, her lifelong commitment to the Geneva community, we are proud to answer to in some respects. I still think of her as Miss Nancy. Yep, proud to honor Nancy Bowder with the Distinguished Alumni Award in Community Service. Nancy, join us up here, please. Here's Miss Nancy. What a treat. Is there someone out here? Oh, I see. We see a lens. Come this way. I don't want you to have to back up. There you go.
All right.
Yeah. You're here to help me look young.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Not much does it anymore. Thank you and congratulations. I can hold this for you.
Okay. Thank you, Ethan. To be named Distinguished Alumna of the Year is a distinct honor, and I'm very grateful for it. I've always felt that the high-quality education offered here is essential, whether it terminates in an associate degree or whether it forms the basis for further study. My experience here was of that nature, and I don't think it's changed. To have worked with stellar instructors such as Doris Quick, Henry Moss, Will Spruill, and the late Jack Bricker was a privilege. And when I accepted my first teaching position, my teaching mentor, the late Ben Atkinson of the English department at Hobart and William Smith Colleges, cautioned me that students would never care how much I knew unless they knew how much I cared. And I explained to him that I had encountered that philosophy here at then CCFL. I tried to embed that philosophy in my teaching at DeSales High School in Geneva, and later on at Romulus Central School in Romulus, where I had the good fortune to work with Peter Mulvaney as building principal. And he took the initiative to bring the Gemini program from this institution to Romulus, which permitted our students to leave school at the end of 12th grade with SUNY credits to their record. It's always been something for which I've been very, very grateful. Beyond that, I had the good fortune to act as adjunct in the English department, both in the Geneva Center and here on the campus, although the campus has changed a great deal, I can tell you. From the storefronts and the automobile dealership where we had classes to this venerable building that we now inhabit, it's just been a wonderful experience, and as I said, I've never been very far. I thank all those people who are here this evening to share this with me, most especially my husband, Charles, who has always been supportive of any of my efforts. So I do thank you for this distinctive honor.
Thank you. Congratulations again. At this point, I'd like to invite our president, Dr. Nye, and Bree Chapulio, our Chief Advancement Officer and Executive Director of the FLCC Foundation, to please come forward and present our final awards of the evening.
Tonight, it's a true honor to recognize Mr. Don Culleton with the FLCC Benefactor Award, celebrating his accomplishments as an entrepreneur, a mentor, and a dedicated supporter of Finger Lakes Community College. Don began his journey here at FLCC, where he built the foundation for what would become a remarkable career in technology and business leadership. He founded Info Advantage, a Rochester-based IT solutions firm, and grew it into one of the region's leading technology service providers. Under his guidance, the company earned a reputation for innovation, integrity, and customer-first service, values that reflect Don's own approach to leadership. But Don's impact extends far beyond business success. He is a generous philanthropist, a trusted board member, and an advocate for education across Ontario County and the greater Rochester area. He's devoted his time and resources and energy to initiatives that strengthen our communities, always with an eye on opening doors for others. But what really sets Don apart is his deep commitment for mentorship and giving back. He has guided young professionals, encouraged students, worked tirelessly to ensure that others have the same opportunities that he once did. Here at FLCC, his support has been invaluable in advancing our mission and empowering our students to achieve their goals. Don is admired not only for what he has achieved, but how he has achieved it with humility, generosity, and a spirit of service that embodies the very best of what it means to be a part of FLCC. for his entrepreneurial vision, his dedication to mentorship, and his unwavering commitment to education and community. We are very proud to honor Don Culleton with the Benefactor Award. Don, would you please come up and accept your recognition? It's pretty heavy for you. Move over here, so you can help me hold it. I'll help you hold it then. How's that? Looking forward to your speech. If I can hold that for you.
You know, sitting and listening to all the stories that we've heard tonight, all it makes me think is, you know, what a gem we have in FLCC in our community. The passion that the faculty bring, the accomplishments of all of the people on the stage tonight really just humbles me to be in their presence. My wife, Debbie, and I, we really believe in the mission and what FLCC does for our community. Both of us are graduates of the New York State two-year college program, and it was really brought me back listening to the stories of all of the award recipients, of how they came up here, and they just really didn't know what they wanted to do. And it was FLCC and the guidance of the faculty here that really allowed them to be all that they could be. So I want to thank the faculty tonight, Dr. Nye, and the award recipients. As I said, I'm really humbled by your accomplishments. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. I am the last one standing in the way of the final award here tonight. It is a true honor to be able to present the FLCC Foundation Award to Linda Farchione Hawks, a remarkable leader whose life has been defined by service, generosity, and vision. Linda was born here in Canandaigua and has always remained close to her roots. After completing her nursing degree at SUNY Brockport and earning her master's in nursing, she returned home to lead. In 1991, Linda became president and CEO of Thompson Health, a role she held for more than 2 decades. Under her guidance, Thompson grew into a comprehensive health system, expanding programs and facilities that continue to serve our region today, including the Sands Cancer Center, the Golisano Center for Emergency and Diagnostic Services, and Ferris Hills and Clark Meadows senior living communities. Just as importantly, she built a culture of compassion, guided by the Thompson Way: commitment, action, respect, excellence, and service. Linda's leadership and community impact have been recognized with numerous awards, including the Athena Award, the American Hospital Association Shirley Ann Monroe Leadership Award, and recognition as one of Rochester's most influential women. Yet, what truly sets Linda apart is not just what she accomplished, but the way she has always given of herself to lift others up. Her commitment to community has extended far beyond healthcare. She has shared her time and talents with organizations such as the United Way, Catholic Charities of the Finger Lakes, the Ontario County Historical Society, and the Finger Lakes Community Foundation, where she continues to serve as a board member. She has also been a champion of women in leadership through her role as co-chair of Ontario Women United. Here at FLCC, Linda's support of the FLCC Foundation has been invaluable. She has lent her leadership, her wisdom, and her voice to ensuring that our students have opportunities to grow and succeed. She has been a steadfast advocate for education, for access, and for the transformative role this higher education plays in the lives of our students and in the future of our region. Linda has also acted as a personal mentor to me as I transitioned from a director to my current role as the Chief Advancement Officer and our Executive Director of our FLCC Foundation Board of Directors, encouraging me and believing in me every step of the way. For her extraordinary leadership, her generosity of spirit, and her lifelong dedication to making her community stronger, we are proud to present the FLCC Foundation Award to Linda Farchione Hawks. I'm going to let you do this first.
I was going to stand up at the podium. Is this on? Can you hear me? No?
Yep.
Yes? Okay. I was going to stand up at the podium, but it's been a long day here, so I don't know if I'm good to stay up all the time. But first of all, I'd like to recognize the recipients here. They've been outstanding. This has been one, let's give them a round of applause. I mean, so impressive. So greetings to all of you, Dr. Nye, Bree, awardees, fellow board members, and family and friends. Thank you for this honor. My focus has always been improving the community where I could and working for the greater good. I would like to start by congratulating those of you who have received the award. I think it demonstrates that wonderful individuals you are and your talent shines through, but also speaks to the school. FLCC is so impressive. I believe that it shows the creativity of programs, the dedication of the faculty, as well as the talent and ability of the recipients. How impressive. And upcoming projects here are very exciting too. The Culinary Center, I think you all heard about, and how exciting that's going to be, and also the greenhouse. If you haven't read about it, please do, and I encourage you to get involved. There are so many people here that have helped me and supported me throughout my career and life. Some are here and some are not. I start with my children, Matthew Janzek. Matthew, who is here today, and my daughter Sarah Kronk, who is in New Mexico now. They have made many sacrifices through their lives. Their support has been invaluable. Thank you. I want to thank my husband, Rick Hawks. I really definitely would not be here today without him. He has encouraged me. He has provided for my mobility. He says he's driving Miss Daisy. He even learned how to cook. He's becoming a great sous chef. And lifting my wheelchair in and out of the car is quite remarkable. Many people are surprised to see me in a wheelchair. Some people wonder what's going on, while others just ask. So I would like to tell you about the disease I have. I think it's important for you to all know about this disease. It was about 2.5 years ago that I was diagnosed with a very rare autoimmune disease. It's called Iglon-5 autoimmune encephalitis. It affects my balance, my dexterity, and my speech. That's why I have to type out everything, because I can't write. This disease has been identified, was just identified in 2014. So there's very little research about it. I'm being treated by depressing my immune system. I receive infusions every 6 months with immune suppressive drug. And then I work in physical therapy twice a week to try and improve the damage that's been done. There are many things I'd like to share with you today, but I'm the last person before we have the cocktails and hors d'oeuvres, so I think you're all anxious to get to the reception. So I'll just end by saying, be kind to each other, care for each other, love each other and yourselves. One of my sisters asked me, how do you do everything that you do? I told her, I get by with a little help from my friends. I have a lot of help from my friends and my family. Without them, I would not be able to do this. Most important, as my father always said, be positive. Be positive, and my mother would said, laugh. Laugh and have fun. Don't get tied up in all the stress. My most memorable moments are the moments that I laughed. Thank you very much.
They promised cocktails. I just want to say congratulations, Linda. Congratulations, everyone on this stage. And I'm taking something I want all of us to walk out with tonight, if I can be that way, is FLCC changes lives. It changes the lives of students, it changes the lives of alumni, it changes the lives of faculty, staff, donors, volunteers. No one has contact with this institution and stays the same. Some of them may shine very brightly and we invite them on stages like this. Other ones become the first people in their family tree to get an education where they get the chance to move the tassel. We have no idea, when we sit in a beautiful room like this, how many people are exceptional and extraordinary. We honored 14 this year that deserved every moment of it. Yet, in the course of 50 years, give or take, are we close to 60 yet? That's right, the college and I are about the same age, eek. That I am reminded every time I come here and set aside something else to either volunteer or spend a few dollars on dinner to enjoy the fruits of the efforts of our students, that we change people, and we do it all over the globe. We have celebrated people here on this very stage that have flown from other countries to accept their awards. And there are also people who are working in our kitchen today, who hold degrees from here, who are helping our students that may use our food pantry to get through the weekend to live better. So there's no such thing as an unimportant person here. And for your engagement tonight, we hope that you are different again. As we wrap up this evening's celebration, let's give another round of applause to our incredible recipients. We've heard stories about dedication and passion and excellence that inspire us all. We've heard people's candid accounts of being bad students. That's part of what we do here. We say, you know what? You can be somebody else, and we'll help. And we continue to do that after all these years. And it's so humbling to listen to the stories of people like that we did tonight, to realize that our students can and do go anywhere and do anything. And they do it among family, because we've established that again tonight, that we're a family called FLCC on this hillside. To our attendees, please stay for photos. We want to make sure that we capture the important moment with you and your friends and family up here. We'll have opportunities in the lobby. To everyone here tonight, the celebration doesn't end here. There is a reception in the lobby. And let's see, we're celebrating our outstanding alum and so on. Thank you for making this evening so special and so personal, not only for these folks, but I hope you're feeling it in your seats. I hope you're sitting there and some of you are thinking, I remember the before. There are some folks here that remember these folks from before and certainly from during. And there ultimately is no after, because we're all still here, living the good life, celebrating our friends and family that we call FLCC. Please join us. Thank you for being here tonight.